Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 7 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter Pythagorean theorem. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Here I am on grade 7 math. The chapter we are working on right now is Pythagorean theorem. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is Pythagorean theorem, find the length of hypotenuse. That is introduction of the lesson, right? So let's just start with the first example. You are given the right angle triangle. Pythagorean theorem always apply on right angle triangle. Right angle triangle means one of the angle must be right angle 90 degrees it is, right? This is the sign that shows that is a right angle triangle, right? So you are given a right angle triangle, one of the length is 6 kilometer, 8 kilometer, you need to find the c. C is actually the hypotenuse, right? And hypotenuse is that is the one that is in front of this is right angle, so the side that is in front of the right angle is hypotenuse, and that is the hypotenuse is the length that is largest one, right? C must be greater than the other two side. So because so in the right angle triangle, the sum of these two sides must the sum of squares of these two sides equal c square, right? C square equals a square plus b square. This is a, this is b. So sum of squares of two sides must equal the hypotenuse square, right? Where AB are the length of the legs and C is the length of the hypotenuse. This is called the Pythagorean theorem, right? So you just have to put up the values in the formula. Keep this very important thing in your mind. You are given A is 6, that is 6 square. B is 8, that is 8 square. 6 square is 36. 8 square is 64. So 36 plus 64 is 100. You have to calculate the value of C only. So square root both sides and C equals 10. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, that is exactly the same we just did on the tutorial, on the tutorial, right? Okay, so this we need to calculate the side length c, right? We know that in the Pythagorean theorem, c square equals a square plus b square. So, for example, a is 8, that is 8 square. B is 6, that is 6 square. So 8 square is 64, 6 square is 36. So 64 plus 36 is 100 and that equals c square. We need to calculate the value of c only. So you have to square root both sides. 2 and square root cancel out and c equals 10. So the correct option is c equals 10. Got it? Is there any question related to the example or question we just did? If you have any, you can please ask. The correct option is c equals 10. Okay, the next one is what it is the length of the hypotenuse. So which is the correct option? Again, that is a right angle triangle. You have to apply the Pythagorean theorem, that is c square equals a square plus b square. A is 4, that is 4 square. B is 3, that is 3 square. 4 square 16 and 3 square 9. So 16 plus 9 is 25, that is c square. So you have to square root both sides because you need to find the value of c only. So c equals 5. The correct option is c equals 5, right? So the correct option is c equals 5. Okay, the next one you have to do on your notebook and then write the answer in the chat box. The next one is, what is the length of the hypotenuse? So which is the correct option? The correct option is, yes, the correct option is C equals 10, right? The correct option is C equals 10. That is exactly the one we just did on the tutorial and the first one. So C equals 10. Okay, the next one is, what is the length of the hypotenuse? So which is the correct option? Okay, you need to calculate the value of C. So that is C square equals A square plus B square. C square equals A square plus B square. So that is 4 square plus 3 square. 4 square is 16. 3 square is 9. So 16 plus 9 is 25, right? So just calculate the square root both sides. So the correct option is C equals 5, right? The correct option is 5. But this is not a class for grade 4, that is a grade 7 class. C equals 5. The correct option is C equals 5, right? Okay, the next one is, what is the length of the hypotenuse? So which is the correct option? Yes, that is again C equals 5. The correct option is 5. The correct option is C equals 5. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself. Okay, we are also done with the lesson. C equals 5, right? Okay, so we are done with the lesson. Let's just move on to next one, and the next lesson is, you can join for grade 4, you can join language, right? And that would be on 8 right now. That's grade 3 session. If you want to join, you can join grade 3 language session, right? Okay, the next one is Pythagorean theorem. find the missing leg length. Let's just start with the lesson. So we know how to calculate the hypotenuse, right? Now we have the other length of the other leg length is missing. You have to calculate the other leg length, right? So let's just start with the first example. What is the length of the missing leg? Now you're given the hypotenuse is 5. The other side you're also given, that is 4. You need to find the a, right? But you're working on the right angle triangle, you need to use the same Pythagorean theorem and you can find the missing leg length, right? So we know that that is c square equals a square b square. C is given 5, so just replace, put the value of c, that is 5 square, b is 4 square, right? So that is a square plus 16 equals 25. Move 25 other 16 other side, right? Because you need to calculate the value of a. So 25 minus 16 is 9 and square root 9 is 3, right? The correct option is a equals 3. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, the next one is, what is the length of the missing length if the hypotenuse is 5 and base is 4, right? Okay, you are given the hypotenuse is 5. Let's just draw a triangle and calculate the value. You are given the hypotenuse is 5. So this is 5, this is base, this is 4, right? So this is C, this is, for example, A. You need to calculate the value of B, right? We know that C square equals A square plus B square. C is 5, that is 5 square. A is 4, that is 4 square plus B. So you need to move that 4 square other side, right? Because you need to calculate the value of B. You need to isolate the variable B. So that is 25 minus 16 equals B square, and then b equals 9. 25 minus 16 is 9. That means b square equals 9. You have to square root both sides because you need to calculate b only. So b equals 3 because 3 times 3 is 9. That means the missing side length is 3. Got it? The missing side length is 3. What is the formula for Pythagorean theorem? Which is the correct option, 1 or 2? Which is the correct option? That is the second one. A square plus b square plus equals c square. That is the correct option, right? A square plus b square equals c square. That is the correct option. Okay, what is the length of the missing leg? So which is the correct option? Okay, let's just calculate the missing side length, right? C equals 10. This is C, right? C square equals A square plus B square. This is A. Here you have 10 square equals 6 square plus b square. 10 square is 100 and 6 square is 36. So 100 minus 36 equals b square. 100 minus 36 is 64. So b square equals 64, right? So square root both sides, b equals, yes, square root 64 is 8. That means b equals 8. The correct option is b equals 8. Got it? When the hypotenuse is given, to calculate the missing side, you add or subtract, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? When you are given the hypotenuse You have to subtract, right? The correct option is you have to subtract. The correct option is you have to subtract, right? The correct option is you have to subtract. No one is answering why. Okay, the next one is what is the length of the missing leg? So, which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 3. It is the missing leg is 3. The correct option is 3. Got it? What is the length of the missing leg? Which is the correct option? The length of the missing leg is the correct option is 8, right? The correct option is 8. The height of a triangle is 6. The height of a triangle is 6 milliliter and the hypotenuse is 10 miles. What is the length of the base? Which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Yes, the correct option is 8. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, very good. We are done with the lesson. Let's just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is Pythagorean theorem word problems. So let's just have a look on the word problems. You have to do exactly the same thing, but now you have to draw the triangle on your own, right? So be very careful when reading the question. Try to understand the question, draw the triangle, and then you can solve, right? Okay, Shauna likes to skate at a game store that is due south of her school and due west of her favorite ice cream parlor. If the game store is 15 kilometers from her school and the straight line distance between the school and the ice cream parlor is 17 kilometers, how far the game store from the ice cream parlor, right? Let's just make a triangle first, then you can solve. Solving triangle is very easy because you know how to solve right angle triangles, but just understand the question. Shauna likes to skate at a game store that is due south of her school and due west of her favorite. Okay, so here is her, this is her school, and on the south he have the game store, and on the west you have ice cream parlor. This is ice cream parlor, this is. If the game store is 15 kilometer from the school, that distance is 15 kilometer, and the straight line distance between the school and the ice cream parlor is 17. No, here is then school. Hold on, let me just draw. Read again. Shauna likes to skate at a game store that is due south of her school and due west of her favorite. Okay, so that is a game store. Okay, that is game store. Due south of her school, right? This is school and this is ice cream parlor. Okay, so the game store is 15 kilometer from school. Okay, from school it is 15 kilometer, and the straight line distance between the school and the ice cream parlor, that is 17. How far is the games how far is the game store and ice cream parlor? You have to calculate this distance. So which is the correct option? Just apply the Pythagorean theorem. You are given c square equals a square plus b square, that is 17 square equals 15 square plus b. 17 square is 289 and 15 square is 225. You have to subtract the other side, right? I think that is 4. 218 to 15 square, let me just see, hold on. 15 square is 225 and 17 square is 289. So 289 minus 225 is 64, right? And you have to calculate the square root 64, and square root 64 is b equals 8. So the correct option is 8. 8 is the distance between the games store and ice cream parlor, right? The correct option is 8. Got it, everyone? Is there any question? Okay, the next one is an envelope is 9-inch wide and it measures 15-inch along the diagonal. How tall is the envelope? Okay, here is the width of the envelope, that is 9 inches, right? And the distance along the diagonal, that is 15 inches. You need to calculate how tall length you need to calculate. So how do you calculate? Which is the correct option? You can calculate the value and write the correct option in the chat box. That is 15 square equals 9 square plus b square. So 15 square minus 9 square equals b square, right? 15 square is 225 minus 9 square is 81, that equals b square. That is 144 equals b square. So b equals, yes, the correct option is b equals 12. So the correct option is 12. That means the missing that envelope is 12 inches tall. Got it? The envelope is 12 inches tall. Two cars leave the same parking lot with one heading north and one heading east. After several minutes, the eastbound car is 3 miles and the two cars are now straight line distances 5 miles apart. How far is the northbound car traveled? Which is the correct option? I will make you triangle, you have to solve it your own, right? This is the parking lot. One is the north, one is at the east. After several minutes, the eastbound car is 3 miles, and if the two cars are now straight line distances 5 miles. So how far has the northbound car traveled? This one you need to calculate. So just do the calculations and write the correct option. Triangle looks like this. So which is the correct option? Just do the calculation, write the correct option in the chat box. Yes, very good. That is 4. The correct option is 4. One important thing, let me just tell you about this triangle, the right angle triangle. I remove the triangle, I will tell you with the next one, right? Two boats leave the same marina. One head north and the other heads east. After some time, the northbound traveled 16 miles and the eastbound traveled 12 miles. How far apart the two boats? So, which is the correct option? Okay, this is the point where they both left. So, after some that's 16 miles, 12 miles, you have to calculate this value. So, which is the correct option? You need to calculate the correct option is yes, that is 20 miles. The correct option is 20, right? The correct option is 20. Okay, that is 20. Very good. Okay, a mouse has made holes in opposite corners of rectangular kitchen. The kitchen is 8 feet by 15 feet. If the mouse runs straight from one hole to other, how far will it run? So which is the correct option? The correct option is 8 by 15 it is, right? You need to calculate the hypotenuse. 15 square is 225 plus 64, that is 289. So that means the straight distance from, no, that is 17. The correct option is 17, right? The correct option is 17. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next one is converse of a Pythagorean theorem. Is it a right triangle? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. So basically, you are given the measurements of the triangle, right? You just have to see if the given measurements for a right angle triangle. How do we see a triangle has the side lengths of 9 feet, 12 feet, and 15 feet? Is it a right angle triangle? So how do we confirm, right? The longest side is always the Pythagorean, is the hypotenuse. So just use the formula c square equals a square plus b square. This is the c, 15 square equals 12 square plus 9 square, that is 225, 144 plus 81. If the both sides are exactly equal, that means yes, that is a right angle triangle, right? So see, both sides are exactly equal, right? So that means these are the measurements of a right angle triangle. So the correct option is yes, this is a right angle triangle, right? Okay, the correct option is yes. Okay, a triangle has the side lengths 7 millimeter, 13 millimeter, and 14 millimeter. Is it a right angle triangle? Yes or no? Keep the longest side always the, because in the right angle triangle, the longest side is always the hypotenuse, right? So hypotenuse is 14. C square equals a square plus b square, that is 14 square equals 13 square plus 7 square. So 14 square is 13 square is 169, 7 square is 49, and 14 square is, I just, for 250, no, 196, right? Just add them, right? So 169 plus 49 equals 218. They are not equal. That means this isn't a right angle triangle. The correct option is no, this is not a right angle triangle, right? Okay, for the next one, you have to answer, right? A triangle has sides with length 4 inches, 11 inches, and 14 inches. Is it a right angle triangle? Which is the correct option? Yes or no? The correct option is no, this isn't a right angle triangle, right? The next one is a triangle has the side lengths with length 14 kilometer, 16 kilometer, and 20 kilometer. Is it a right angle triangle? Yes or no? Which is the correct option? The correct option is, I think no. The correct option is no, this isn't a right angle triangle, right? The correct option is no. The next one is a triangle has side lengths of 6 centimeter, 11 centimeter, and 16 centimeter. Is it a right angle triangle? The correct option is no, this isn't a right angle triangle, right? The correct option is no. Got it? Okay, the next one is a triangle has sides with length 7 feet, 14 feet, and 17 feet. Is it a right triangle? Which is the correct option? Have any questions, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, that's all for today. See you in the next.